Good evening, cadets. I am AU Oshaw and I'll be your instructor for today's lesson. Picture this scenario. You're given a point by way of a conventional sign or symbol on a map or some random area. They give you a six-figure grade reference and you're supposed to locate some landmark, whether a mountain, a hill, or the trigonometrical station, wherever. But you have to locate this point of interest on the map and in real life using your map. How do you do that? What do you do? So, first is you have your map. You have your map, it's flat on the ground. Now, I cannot put this map on the ground, I have to put it on the table, and of course, this is for instructional purposes. You have your compass, your lightweight compass, what you know as your silver compass. You line it to north. You make sure the N, which represents north, is directly in line with direction of travel arrow, and of course your orienteering lines are straight. You put the compass on the map, but you don't. After you put the compass on the map, you align it with a let me align this first. Easting lines. So after you put the compass on the map, you align it with easting lines. I align it and then I took it back up to explain. So you align it with an easting line. As you notice, you're looking at the magnetic needle here. This is where I'm going to look. Now the red part of the magnetic needle points north. The white part points south. Now you want to find north first. That's the first thing you need to find is north on this map. The north that you will find is of course magnetic north because you're using a compass, you know, so what you're going to do now is, since the direction of travel arrow is aligned with our easting line, you're going to turn the map, and this is on the ground. You're going to turn the map until the red part of the magnetic needle, which represents north, is in line with N, is in line with north, and this is all we can see. So now this is north. This is actually the magnetic north. I am to the what? More so to the right. I'm in front of the map. You should never be in front of the map. But of course, I cannot move behind the map because this is not the ideal situation. But if you're doing it by yourself, this map should be on the ground and you should never be in front of the map. But I cannot be in front of the map. Once you have found north, then you can find whatever point on the map you need to find, whether it be a conventional sign or symbol or a random point they give you, say, hey, find this. So for demonstration purposes, I'm going to use this coin and I'm going to put it here. Let me move the map. I'm going to put it here. This is where they wanted me to find. I found north on the map, and looking at the degrees I need to go, this looks to be around 60 degrees northeast. So to get to where this coin is, but in real life this would be some sort of point of interest that they would have given me, I need to go from how it looks to me, 60 degrees north. It actually looks more like 60, more it looks like what? Actually looks more like 70 degrees, but this is not an ideal. The point would be very much smaller as opposed to I'm using a coin. demonstration purposes. So we're saying this, let me just align it more so to 60 degrees northeast. So it looks like you need to go around 60 degrees northeast to get to this point. If it was a conventional sign and symbol, I'm going to choose the same conventional sign and symbol that we've been using since this entire lesson. The school in Gordon's Crossing, I hope I don't have to lift up the map to show you the school, but the school in Gordon's Crossing would be 320, 30, 40, looks to be around 350 degrees northwest, based on my, let me see if we can raise it up to show you, although it's going to move. See the school in Gordon's Crossing, this is the school as we already have it. It's around 350 degrees northwest, and that's how you do it. Let's go over this one more time. They tell you to find Woy, whether that be a conventional sign and symbol on the map or just wherever it is. Trigonometric station represents the highest point on the map. Whatever they tell you to find, you lay the map flat on the ground, put the compass on the map, align direction of travel arrow to a easting line, any easting line, really ensuring that the orienteering lines are straight, and of course the north sign is aligned to the direction of travel arrow. Once you do that, you turn the map on the ground until the red, which represents north, the red part of the magnetic needle, which represents north, is directly aligned to the north sign on the compass, and then you find north. But here I'm using a compass, so you know it's actually magnetic north as opposed to any other north, true north or other north. Once you've done that, it's easy to find the where you need to go. You say, okay, I'm looking for this. It's 300 is 270 degrees west. That's where I need to go. 270 degrees west. I need to go here. You need to go that. That's pretty much it.